Hooray for Hollywood is now wrapped up for 2026 at Warner Bros. Movie World, and we're moving back into the quieter season of the year. However, there are still a few new additions that I noticed this week on my visit, which are very exciting. We popped into Movie World for a little visit during the afternoon, and even though the holiday season's coming to an end, the park was still really busy and had a vibrant atmosphere. We stopped by the Stars Terrace restaurant building for a drink, and it looks like they have some new drinks available here, so I tried one of the Showgirl sodas, which I don't remember seeing on the menu before, but this was really nice. It was a sweet strawberry and zesty orange with Sprite and topped off with a frothy foaming cream and a cherry on top. It was delicious. It was really tasty, and I'll definitely have it again. Theme Park Ogre and the other member in my group had the Neapolitan Dream, which again I think is a new option. This is like a little blend of chocolate, milk, and strawberry and cream foam, and it looked really tasty. This was in one of the cans that they have here at the Stars Terrace, and we were all pretty pleased with the new drinks, and we were even more pleased with the 20% off discount that you get as a pass holder, which is fantastic. This is a huge incentive for getting food and drinks at the park, because it can get quite expensive, so even a little bit off of the full price really helps out a bunch, and I hope that they continue to offer a discount throughout the year. Dreamworld, for instance, offers a 10% discount for pass holders, which is fantastic, so 20% is pretty crazy. The biggest change to the Stars Terrace restaurant that we noticed is actually relatively small, and it's in the cabinet that shows all the behind the scenes stuff, and they've added in some concept art for the Wild West Falls ride, which is amazing. I don't think we've ever really seen this before, and they must have been digging through their archives and got this out, and I'm so pleased that they did, because this is really cool to see. I'm a huge fan of anything behind the scenes. I love the whole process that goes into creating attractions and storytelling and things. So this was really cool to see. They also had the script for the attraction in there, which was amazing, and yeah, just so incredible to see some of this stuff. I'd love to see more behind the scenes things for the attractions added over time. I'd love to see some Scooby-Doo Spooky Coaster things. Also some throwbacks to some of the attractions that aren't there anymore would be really cool, like the Looney Tunes River ride and the Batman ride and the Gremlins as well. I think that would be awesome. Also, I think it would be cool to see some of the concept art for the Wizard of Oz precinct, because that was really impressive stuff at the time, and I know it's relatively new, but it would still be nice to display that somewhere, because the concept art is really beautiful. We also checked out the parade, which is back to the normal parade, and there weren't really too many changes. The only difference I noticed this time was that all the superheroes came out together in a big row, which I actually thought was really cool. It was kind of nice to see them all together and not necessarily on floats or walking in little separate groups. It was kind of nice having them all together. We also got a shout out from Joker and Harley Quinn, which was really funny. There's also been a sort of upgrade throughout the park to the seating and bench options, which is really great. I know it's not super exciting, but honestly it's a massive quality of life upgrade. And I suspect that they must have had a package deal on some chairs and tables and things, because they've pretty much upgraded it across the board throughout the entire park. There's benches and tables everywhere, which is fantastic, because if you're spending a full day at the park, you want to have some sitting breaks, and sometimes in the past it was difficult to find a spot to sit down. They've also added a few of the Batmobiles around the park, which is awesome to see. I think these are permanent fixtures, because they've got little signs with information about them, and it's really great that they're making use of some of the amazing props and vehicles that they have sitting around, which makes me wonder what's going to happen to the Studio Showcase building now that presumably they've moved a lot of the Batman stuff out of there. Do you think we can expect to see a new Studio Showcase, or are they going to use the space for something else, maybe a future attraction or show or something? Because in the past it used to be used for the Cowboy stunt show, and apparently there is actually still a stage area with seats, which is just currently being unused, so they could reutilize that for something else, and they could also use the showcase area for something else presumably as well. That wraps up my visit to Warner Bros. Movie World. Again, not too many changes because we are moving into the quieter season, but what would you like to see added to the park for quality of life upgrades and smaller changes like we've seen this week throughout 2026? Let me know down below in the comments, and if you enjoyed this video, feel free to leave a like, a friendly comment, or subscribe for more, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye. Before we finish, I'd like to give a huge thank you to all the members and sponsors of Team YumYum for supporting my content. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much.